Radio Lewis. Local webcasting for a worldwide audience.
Hello, you're listening to Radio Lewis, where the music matters. My name's Steve Brooks, and this is Vapour Trails.
Small Jean Genie snuck off to the city, strung out on lasers and slashback blazers, and ate all your razors while pulling the waiters, talking about Monroe and walking on Snow White. New York's a go-go and everything tastes nice. Poor little greenie. Ooh. Get back on it. Genie lives on his back. The Genie loves chimney stacks. It's outrageous, he screams and he falls. But Genie, let yourself go. Sits like a man, but he smiles like a reptile. She love him, but just for a short while. She'll scratch in the sand, won't let go of his hand. He says he's a beautician, sells you nutrition, keeps all your dead hair for making up underwear. Poor little greenie. Ooh. The Genie lives on his back. The Genie loves chimney stacks. He's outrageous, he screams and he moans. The Genie, let yourself go. So simple-minded, he can't drive his Vapour. Lights on the neon and sleeps in a capsule. Loves to belong. Loves to belong.
Yes, what a cracking way to start the show. Yes, welcome to Vapour Trails 105, as I live and breathe. Yes, and of course that was David Bowie and the Genie, and that always reminds me of the film Party Party, which is one of my absolute favourites, that starred, among others, Daniel Peacock, Caroline Quinton, Carl Howman and Perry Groves. Perry Groves? He played for Arsenal. Oh yeah, Perry Fenwick. Sorry, I do apologise. Perry Fenwick. Actually, later of EastEnders as Billy Mitchell, of course. So yes, Party Party, absolutely brilliant film. I do recommend it. Wonderful cast, excellent soundtrack and some brilliant one-liners. Can anyone smell horses? Mind you, I'm probably just reminiscing to myself anyway. So yes, starting off there with David Bowie, of course, passed from this mortal coil and ascended to the astral plane from where he came from 5 years ago this week. And yes, the theme of today's show is songs that peaked at number 2 in the singles chart. And yeah, that was requested by Ali B, so thank you, Ali. And yes, of course, David Bowie was actually kept off the number 1 spot by the long-haired lover from Liverpool, by little Jimmy Osmond himself, or little Jimmy Carter, as I used to call him, because he had a bit of a resemblance. Anyways, moving along, especially for Alan Walker, next up is Don McLean, and this is the full-length version of American Pie.
A long, long time ago, I can still remember how that music used to make me smile. And I knew if I had my chance that I could make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver with every paper I deliver. Bad news on the doorstep, I couldn't take one more step. I can't remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride, but something touched me deep inside the day the music died. So bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Did you write the book of love, and do you have faith in God above? If the Bible tells you so. Do you believe in rock and roll? Can music save your mortal soul? And can you teach me how to dance real slow? Well, I know that you're in love with him, 'cause I saw you dancing in the gym. You both kicked off your shoes. Man, I dig those rhythm and blues. I was a lonely teenage bronc and buck with a pink carnation and a pickup truck, but I knew I was out of luck the day the music died. I started singing bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Now for 10 years we've been on our own, and moss grows fat on a rolling stone, but that's not how it used to be. When the jester sang for the king and queen in a coat he borrowed from James Dean, and a voice that came from you and me. Oh, and while the king was looking down, the jester stole his thorny crown. The courtroom was adjourned. No verdict was returned. And while Lenin read a book on Marx, the quartet practiced in the park, and we sang dirges in the dark the day the music died. We were singing bye-bye, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Helter-skelter in the summer swelter, the birds flew off with a fallout shelter. 8 miles high and falling fast, landed foul jester on the sidelines in a cast. Now the halftime air was sweet perfume while the sergeants played a marching tune. We all got up to dance, oh, but we never got the chance, 'cause the players tried to take the field. The marching band refused to yield. Do you recall what was revealed the day the music died? We started singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. Oh, and there we were all in one place, a generation lost in space with no time left to start again. So come on, Jack, be nimble, Jack, be quick. Jack Flash sat on a candlestick, 'cause fire is the devil's only friend. Oh, and as I watched him on the stage, my hands were clenched in fists of rage. No angel born in hell could break that Satan's spell. And as the flames climbed high into the night to light the sacrificial rite, I saw Satan laughing with delight the day the music died. He was singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye and singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. I met a girl who sang the blues, and I asked her for some happy news, but she just smiled and turned away. I went down to the sacred store where I'd heard the music years before, but the man there said the music wouldn't play. And in the streets the children screamed, the lovers cried and the poets dreamed, but not a word was spoken. The church bells all were broken. And the three men I admire most, the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost, they caught the last train for the coast the day the music died. And they were singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. And them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die. This'll be the day that I die. They were singing bye bye Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Them good old boys were drinking whiskey and rye, singing, this'll be the day that I die.
Especially from the old mate Alan Walker. Yes, the full 8 minutes of Don McLean's American Pie there. And in February 1971, that peaked at number 2 and was held off by 2 songs, actually. Son of My Father, Chicory Tip, and careful how you say that, Steve. And then mainstay of Simon Bates's Our Tune spot, Without You by Nielsen. Right then, let's whack it up a notch or 5.
before the start. You twisted and tore our love apart. Your light fingers through the dark shattered the lamp into darkness it cast us. You know you've got it the wrong way round. You shut me up and blamed it on the ground. Cornered the boy, kicked out of the world kicked back a lot fucking harder now. If you wanna try, there's no worse you could do. I know you lie, I'm still in love with you. Can't take me anywhere, I'll take you anywhere. You can't take me anywhere, I can't take you anywhere. I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. Oh, you can't stand me, no, you can't stand me now. You can't stand me, no, you can't stand me now. You can't stand me, no, you can't stand me now. You can't stand me now. You can't stand me now. Are we enough to keep it together? Or do we just keep on pretending and hope our luck is never ending? Or you tried to pull the wool, I wasn't feeling too clever. And you take all that blending until you need an ending. If you wanna try, there's no worse you could do. I know you lie, all you do is make me cry. And all those words, they ain't true. Can't take me anywhere, I can't take you anywhere. Can't take me anywhere, I won't take you anywhere. I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. Oh, you can't stand me, no, you can't stand me now. You can't stand me, no, you can't stand me now. You can't stand me, no, you can't stand me now. You can't stand me, no, you can't stand me now. 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 Can't stand me now.
Oh, absolutely marvellous there, yes. That was an RIP, that one. That was the Senseless Things and their track Teenage from the album Postcard CV. That's because their lead singer Mark Keds died sadly this week, age 50. 50. God. Dear, oh dear. And he actually co-wrote the track before that, which was The Libertines, Can't Stand Me Now, which did make number 2 in the charts in August 2004. And number 1, which kept it away, was Baby Cakes, Three of a Kind. I've no idea. No idea at all. I must have been asleep that week. I don't know. Anyway, yes, Libertines was suggested by Lloyd Dickinson, so cheers, Lloyd. And next up, we've got the choice of Barry Holmes, and this is Free and All Right Now.
stood in the street, smiling from her head to her feet. I said, hey, what is this? Now, baby, maybe she's in need of a kiss. I said, hey, what's your name, baby? Maybe we can see things the same. Now, don't you wait, oh, hesitate. Let's move before they raise the fucking rate. Ow! All right now, baby, it's all right now. All right now, baby, it's all right now. Let me tell you now. I took her home to my place, watching every move on her face. She said, look, what's your game, baby? Are you trying to put me in shame? I said, look slow, don't go so fast. Don't you think that love can last? She said, love of her. Now you're trying to trick me in love. All right now, baby, it's all right now. All right now, baby, it's all right now.
Yes, cheers, Barry. That was Free and All Right Now, which peaked at number 2 in June 1970. What was interesting about looking this up was the fact that way back when, apart from very, very large bands, it would take quite a while for a single to creep up the charts and get to its peak position, which is much like myself, really, or an extremely mature cheddar. So anyway, All Right Now was kept off the number 1 spot by In the Summertime by Mungo Jerry and also The Wonder of You by Elvis. There you go. Anyway, next up, especially for Peter Burnell Smith, and of course, Peter's back in the groove with the Manic Street Preachers. This is Your Love Alone Is Not Enough.
Your love alone is not enough, not enough, not enough. When times get tough, oh, they get tough, they get tough, they get tough. Trade all your heroes in for ghosts, in for ghosts, in for ghosts. They're always the ones that love you most, love you most, love you most.
Your love alone
It's not enough.
Your love alone.
OMG. It's Vapour Trails on Radio Lewis.
And your wedding bells, you lit the picture of contented new will. But from the onlooking fool who believed your eyes, I wish this grave would open up and swallow me alive. The bitterest pill is hard to swallow. The barricade, as he said, covered market shadows. Fortune broke, it fell to me. I took her scars to change my misery. The vacant spot you're beating hard to get place. Now watch Mowgli, my lips and fill into you. When the bitterest pill is hard to swallow. Go by again, as he said, color marking shadows. The bitterest is mine to take. If I took 400 years, I couldn't feel anymore. The bitterest spell is mine to take. If I took 400 years, I couldn't feel anymore. Summer's leaves through my life, twisted and broken down the days of sunlight. The dying spark, you left your mark on me. The promise of your kiss, but for someone else. So the bitterest pill is mine to swallow. We'll all buy again, as he said, call them mocking shadows. The bitterest pill is mine to take. If I took it 400 years, I couldn't feel anymore. The bitterest pill is mine to take. If I took it 400 years, I couldn't feel anymore. The bitterest pill is mine to take. If I took it 400 years, I couldn't feel anymore. The bitterest pill is mine to take. If I took it 400 years, I couldn't feel anymore.
Especially chosen by Mark Dormer, another one of me old buds from the Chipperfield days. Yeah, he just gets his friends to do the requests. I don't know. Call that professional? Well, best I can do. Anyway, The Jam and the Bitterest Pill from September 1982. And yes, that was kept off the top of the charts by, oh dear, Eye of the Tiger, Survivor, and then Past the Duchy, Musical Youth. Oh, that made me shake my fist in my two-tone tonic suit that I'd got from Melandi's on Carnaby Street as a 16-year-old at the time. Oh, I probably went off and wrote a poem about it, to be honest. And then, before the break there, you heard the Manic Street Preachers featuring Nina Pearson of the Cardigans and Your Love Alone Is Not Enough. And that was from May 2007. And that was kept off the top of charts by Beyonce and Cherie Ka and their song Beautiful Liar. And of course that was the choice of Peter Burnell Smith, so thank you, Peter. Okay, moving along, probably to one of the more famous number twos, especially for Dave Houghton and Carol Ann Murphy. This is Ultravox and Vienna.
breath on a window pane, lying and waiting. A man in the dark in a picture frame, so mystic and soulful. A voice reaching out in a piercing cry, it stays with you until the feeling is gone, only you and I, it means nothing to me. This means nothing to me. Music is weaving, hunting notes, pizzicato strings, the rhythm is calling. Alone in the night as the daylight brings a cool empty silence. The warmth of your hand and a cold grey sky, it fades to the distance. The image is gone, only you and I, it means nothing to me. This means nothing to me.
From February 81, that was Ultravox and Vienna. So thank you, Dave, and thank you, Carol Ann. And yes, of course, everybody knows that that was kept off the top of the charts by Shut Up Your Face by the Joel Dolce Music Theatre, to give it a full name. Apparently, no one admits to buying that, yet somehow it got to number one. Anyway, I don't know. But what's not really mentioned is actually that wasn't the only song that kept Vienna from the top of the charts. Woman by John Lennon also did the same. Okay, we mentioned little Jimmy Osmond earlier, and now we're going to do a bit of the Osmonds from 1972, who were kept off the top of the charts by My Ding-a-Ling. What a classic week of the charts that must have been. Anyway, especially for Vasco Menzies, This is Crazy Horses.
There's a message floating in the air, come from crazy horses riding everywhere. It's so morning, it's in every town. Got to stop them crazy horses on the run. What a show, there they go, smoking up the sky, yeah. Crazy horses, all got riders under you and I. Crazy horses. Crazy horses. Never stop and they never die. They just keep on pumping how they multiply. Crazy horses, will they never halt? If they keep on moving, then it's all our fault. What a show, there they go, smoking up the sky, yeah. Crazy horses, all got riders under you and
mistakes, misfits, raised on the dirt of broken biscuits. Oh, we don't look the same as you, and we don't do the things you do, but we live around here too. Oh, really? Misshapes, mistakes, misfits. We like to go to town, but we can't risk it all, 'cause they just wanna keep us out. You could end up with a smack in the mouth just for standing out now, really. Brothers, sisters, can't you see? The future's owned by you and me. There won't be fighting in the streets. They think they've got us beat, but revenge is gonna be so sweet. We're making a move, we're making it now. We're coming out of the sideline. Just put your hands up, it's the rage, yeah. We want your homes, we want your lives, we want the things you won't allow us. We won't use guns, we won't use bombs. We'll use the one thing we've got more of, that's our lives. Check your lucky numbers. How much money could drag you under? Oh, what's the point in being rich if you can't think what to do with it, 'cause you're so very thick. Oh, we weren't supposed to be. We learned too much at school, now we can't help but see the future that Chip got mapped out is nothing much to shout about. We're making a move, we're making it now. We're coming out of the sideline. Just put your hands up, it's a rage, yeah. We want your homes, we want your lives, we want the things you won't allow us. We won't use guns, we won't use bombs. We use the one thing we've got more of, that's our minds. Brothers, sisters, can't you see? The future's owned by you and me. There won't be fighting in the streets. They think that they've got us beat, but revenge is gonna be so sweet. We're making a move, we're making it now. We're coming out of the sidelines. Just put your hands up, it's a rage, yeah. We want your homes, we want your lives, we want the things you won't allow us. We won't use guns, we won't use bombs. We'll use the one thing we've got more of, that's our minds, yeah. That's our minds, yeah.
Three together there, and you heard Pulp as chosen by Chris Rhodes, so cheers Chris, and Misshapes from October 1995, and that was kept at number 2 by Fairground and Simply Red. And before that was The Who and I'm a Boy as chosen by Bob Laird, so cheers Bob. And that was September 1966 when I was literally weeks old, and yes, that was kept off the top by Distant Drums by Jim Reeves. And before that was the Osmonds and Crazy Horses, especially with Vasco Mendes. Cheers Vasco. Okay, got a few more to go, and next up for Tony Keane, this is the Beatles and Strawberry Fields Forever.
Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to Strawberry Fields. Nothing is real, and nothing to get hung about. Strawberry Fields forever. Living is easy with eyes closed. hard as you can, you know. Tune in, but it's alright. That is, I think it's not too bad. Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to strawberry fields. Nothing is real, and nothing to get hung about. Strawberry fields forever. Always know, sometimes think it's me, but you know I know when it's a dream. I think I know, I mean, yes, but it's all wrong. That is, I think I disagree. Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to strawberry fields. Nothing is real, nothing to get hung about. Strawberry fields forever. Strawberry fields forever. Strawberry fields forever.
couple of classics there. Yes, first you heard the Beatles and Strawberry Fields Forever, which was a double A-side with Penny Lane. And yes, Strawberry Fields was a request of Tony Keane, and also give a shout out to John Hall, who asked for the Penny Lane side as well. And yes, and that was kept off the top of the charts by Release Me by Engelbert Humperdinck, or to give him his real name, Patang Kang Kipper Bang Yardley Angel Draws Fairy Cake Scourge, I think. Anyway, and after that was Deep Purple and Black Knight, which was the choice of Kevin McVeigh. So cheers, Kevin. Yes, and Black Knight peaked at number 2 behind Band of Gold by Frida Payne. Okay, coming up to the last song, so just leaves me to say thank you to the sharers and carers as always, and thank you to everyone that's requested for songs this week. Next week we're going to carry on with the same theme, because I've got loads and loads of other requests to fit in, and going to leave you with this one that got to number 2 in October 1981, and I'm also going to play this for Kevin McVeigh, who has a birthday coming up next week, and also for Lewis's own Lee Cobb, whose birthday is today. So from 1981, which was kept off the top spot by It's My Party, Dave Stewart featuring Barbara Gaskin, and Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic by the Police. This is Altered Images, and happy birthday. Until next time, ta-ra.
Okay, that was the last song. You can fast forward and turn over the tape now.
Radio Lewis. Local community webcasting.